counter pick at the end of this draft.
Oh yeah, I really like the Poppy right now. Obviously, there's a ton of movement abilities that you're going to be able to shut down with that steadfast presence, but even beyond that, this composition did really just need that little bit of extra. I'm going to run at you and start this fight off front of your opponents. Instead, it's just going to be a little bit slower. WE going to wait out EDG, and now just going to be started up right here. The support's going to duke it out just a little bit. Don't see this going anywhere. For WE, it's just important to make sure you have enough space for Monkey to be able to grab this first Drake. And to be fair, grabbing yourself an early Mountain Drake is really nice.
Yeah, well,
on that steadfast presence, you're going to have to try to get that out as quickly as possible. About getting forced very far back. He's going to lose out onto a ton of gold here from the turret plating. This was the getting ahead. This was the gold injection that we were talking about.
Oh my gosh. He doesn't have flash. Immediate engage from Perukia. Love the steadfast engage there from the EDG support. You hit that public execution. Right, it's harder for ZZ to clear these waves out. Cube nearly picks up another play alone off of those. Monkey looking in the mid lane, though, does have Angel trapped in the Cataclysm, but Perukia, the steadfast presence, means that Karis couldn't dash in. It's still a flash from Angel, and a Keeper's Verdict knock up. The double shockwave turn from Angel is nice, but Karis, he wants to find this execute kill. He's going to get it and dash himself back out. Monkey picks up the kill, but Leave knows that Karis is not sporting flash or ultimate, so it's the one time any carry feels somewhat comfortable walking up to the assassin. And as you called out, Xiao Hao in the right place at the right time will even up these Drakes. So good plays on both sides. But Blockstar, I'm liking to see that every one of these decisions does come with a fallback for either side. And there will be more time bought for Leave to scale on up here. Perukia's going to get caught over the wall, though. Great find for Monkey into the quickness charm and the dunk down Cataclysm. Monkey holding all 2 kills for WE, just like we wanted to see.
And now they're going to go and try to fight around this red buff. Good knock-up landing right here. Xiao Hao's tanky, but still, he needs to get on out of there. Is at least going to be able to limp back out of his jungle. What he has to do is just spend more time getting alongside his teammates, doing stuff alongside Yao Yao, alongside Karis. Get involved into the backline as much as possible, because again, Leave really is the big part of this matchup, and is the person that's furthest ahead right now. You've been able to get a couple of cleanses, flashes, pops of the ulti out of him, but they haven't really full committed to trying to kill Leave yet. I think that's the next step. Flash potentially over the wall. No, in the end, it's not actually going to happen. Deciding to just turn around and walk away is Perukia, but they spend a long time up here at WE.
Good Keeper's Verdict, but he's still trapped in the Cataclysm without the J4 regardless, and Karis is going to get his sweet revenge. That is a 6-level difference, by the way, in that 1 kill for Karis.
And the thing is, you were just spending way too much time up in the top lane right there as EDG, just sticking around and giving plenty for WE to turn around and walk up to the top lane. Now, whilst that is happening, as we were talking about, right, first tower going to be very valuable. You get first tower right here onto the bottom side for EDG, and they're going to be able to grab a huge chunk more turret plating off of the Rift Herald. So the Rift Herald paying dividends right here for EDG.
Double levels to those 2 solo lanes. With that momentum, though, WE onto the Dragon. Monkey looking to make a statement here. Grab that second one. EDG, are we finally going to break the resolve? Try and look for a fight. Perukia again could be caught as pop the steadfast presence, and exhaust onto Cube just to hold the Renekton at bay. TP coming from behind. Xiao Hao not going to hit the perfect poly execution. It's Sagacian from Yao Hao to get a double charm. Leave immediately cleanses it, transcends, and ZZ pops into the background and finds himself a freebie 80 carry. About doesn't even have a say in this fight. He just gets taken out by the big bad Cassante. EDG in a 1-man advantage, losing some of these key ultimates, and they're going to lose their take rapidly as boy do Monkey and Cube push out the damage. ZZ has to flash away. Somehow trying to hold the front line. Karis goes to the back. Angel executes Monkey over the wall with a shockwave. Karis finds a trade back. We're now into a 3-on-3. Perfect execution forward. Lee's trying to kite back desperately, but doesn't have the summoners. Gets knocked up and gets cut down. WE have the final laugh in that long extended skirmish.
But nobody walks away with the Drake in the end.
He is spotted on vision. Still got a couple ultimates that are working their way back in, and oh my gosh. All right, LPL Classic, we're TPing back in for this. It's Angel coming through here. ZDZ at bay, trying to hold 3 people in front.
Oh no!
Gonna dash in, and Karis gets caught by Perukia's steadfast presence. Down goes 1 key solo member. It's a whiff on the public execution from Xiao Hao, but that key pick on Karis is more than enough to finally secure them the 3rd Drake of the game. Yao. Angel does have to flash, but the value of this Poppy has been ludicrous in these last couple of minutes.
Very much be the Cassante, so if ZDZ is able to use that deeper ward effectively, it could be really good. Angel.
No flash. Ooh, the Shockwave does brunt Karis' Tyra combo first, so Angel's buying time. He should just drop to Karis, just use the whole perfect execution to find that kill. But now he's trapped between two turrets and finds himself Leave, who steps right up into him. Very precautiously, but he still picks up that first kill, and the rest of the cavalry has arrived. So Monkey is now even going to have to pay the price for that pick onto Angel. The stall game from that Shockwave could prove massive for EDG, because Angel falls, but with Monkey off the board as well, is Baron not just the call here for Edward Gaming?
It doesn't feel like EDG have any momentum on towards it. They're in fact going to lose this mid lane tier 1 tower.
Has to use the quickness just to get himself out of his own jungle, as you called out. So more and more pressure on WE. They've lost their jungler off to a reset. He's lost camps. A key Gage ultimate's off the board. Are EDG going to keep pushing the pedal down here? Doesn't seem like it. Oh boy, to the LPL become very famous about. Famous moment here in our game 1 could be manifesting as Monkeys once again picked up by a big Matofo strikes. He has the defensive cataclysm, but the Poppy throws him against his own created wall. Monkey goes down, and WE are sputtering without their crystal gem of a jungler. It's the slow from Leave on the Arc of Ruin, trying to chase down a bout, but he can't gap close there.
Right, that extra level of Shred is there. Karis as well, trying for a flank, is going to get spotted out by Angel. This could now be a fight on multiple fronts.
Oh my god, all right. Oh, there's the Great Keeper's Verdict to chuck Cube out of the pit. TP's coming through to get back in. About a 10-foot TP from Cube, but he's still too late. The Baron is secured. Big time pickup for EDG. Engage comes through for CDC. Another Tofo strikes. Karis goes into the background trying to go after Angel, but Angel's too tanky for the Equality to deal with. They still get rid of ZDZ first. Peruki is very low. Karis, this is a massive flank if he can find it onto the critical targets. Angel gets a bit of damage down. Perukia poked out. About, can he find this kill? Flash from Perukia. Chains of Corruption gonna grab Cao. Now Monkey finally re-engages to the fight. He's chucked under the turret, but they still get rid of Perukia. Cao goes down as well. Baron comes at a pretty mighty cost for Edward Gaming.
Only one member of EDG gonna walk away with that Baron buff, and they're losing massively on this. You still have to walk back into base as Angel and get a little bit of health back. Oh, the poke though.
Yeah. It's that Varus range we talked about, how valuable it can be. Neither team is willing to give away their battle lines by this point. Dragon down about 6k. It's again the engage on the Cube. 12 strikes from ZDZ.
Shockwave.
Slice and Dice has to get him out. Shockwave does absolutely nothing for Angel. Does that give Monkey the confidence to now look to try and go in? Or are they just going to sacrifice the Dragon knowing it's not Soul? And again, some patience showing through for WE.
Right, looking for a perfect execution into the back line. He will die, and instead they just decide, hey, let's walk away. And it looks like it's going to work out for the mid lane tower going to pop as well. And you're now up by a good 1,000 gold for WE.
Cassante, even without the gold lead at the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, absolutely.
Monkey.
Monkey.
Oh my gosh, that was
again.
a very audacious flag and drag, but he still likes the engage. Peruki, the steadfast presence again. ZDZ's the only one trapped in the cataclysm. 3-man Keeper's Verdict. Punts out all of WE, but still About finds the kill onto Perukia somehow. And Karis and About hold their own, staring down all of EDG.
That golden right there was critical for keeping Karis alive. Monkey,
another weird flag drag, gets some
one.
Shockwave publicly executed by Cao. Monkey has been off in these last couple fights, but somehow it's still not costing WE too much. Fight around Baron. Leave should have all summoners, his ult up. So maybe there's a bit more room for him to make mistakes, but it's a public execution onto Monkey. The first engage, great stuff for Perukia. Cataclysm back over for Monkey, but it's too little too late. Lee picks up the first kill. Yao nearly gets popped trying to go back in to save him, and we're back to the same story, Bloxer. Lee.
Oh, but Leave.
And now EDG can just wait out that ultimate, but as you pointed out, Bloxer, Leave is poked out very low, and Monkey is trying to hunt and find him. Gets the inside track towards the Drake pit. Leave is trying to force a reset here. EDG might just have to wave the white flag on this Dragon, but ZDZ wants to go in. Their jugglers in here. Leave transcends to try and look for the fight, but About deletes him. Monkey, can he get in to secure the Dragon? Yes, he can as well. No soul here for EDG. It's an absolute collapse thanks to Leave's low health bar, ruining any chance at the soul. WE now break the door open on our back and forth game 1. And what makes it so weird is we have a ton of rosters in the LPL this year, that we're willing to give time for because there's so much changes to their lineups. That's not the case for EDG.
Couple of Baron Empowered minions. Ooh, Chains of Corruption just about going to go wide. That could be critical if we get a big team fight right now. For the minute, WE though showing good restraint, pushing forwards as far as they can, but not over-forcing onto these towers, letting these Baron Empowered cannon minions do the majority of the work for them, because as much as EDG's composition is very fun, it's pretty short-ranged, and that's making clearing out these minions very tricky.
Especially with about just cycling these big piercing arrows over and over again. If Leaf gets hit by one of them, I mean, look at ZDZ. He still gets about 15% of his HP bar chunked out from these piercing arrows, and that's your tank.
They can't clear the wave. They cannot clear the wave.
Okay, Perukia's maybe looking for Cube here. There's a double charm from Yao. Yao gets the knock-up on the Xiao Hao. They're going after Perukia as the easy target. About gets the first kill. Xiao Hao's down, gets the GA pop next. And again, it's EDG dysfunction. Leave and CDZ are just now coming out of the base to try and rescue this fight, but it feels too little too late. And there's Kara sweeping in for the big multi-kill. Just like that, WE have rescued themselves from woeful early mistakes and punished EDG for a disjointed late game to game one.
It's gonna be over right here, right now. Teleport coming back in just to try maybe stop something from happening. ZDZ, though, in the face of all of these Baron empowered minions, is going to fall. And what a matchup right here from WE. The underdogs coming into this match, and they're able to overcome some interesting play from their superstar jungler. Slayer, we're going to game number 3. I am very, very suspicious. On that one.
I respect
very, very suspicious of what we are seeing right here out of WE. I think in isolation or composition where I don't see what the other side have picked up for themselves.
It's going to be junglers getting those first resets through. And yeah, this game is going to be pretty slow-paced until we get Ultimates online, which will play to WE's hand, but that is just going to be such a critical point. I'm curious how much on the neutral objective front they're going to sacrifice. Yao Yao, though, gets caught in the choppers.
No.
That flash won't even save him. This should be Leave easily securing first blood. It's Perukia that grabs it, but a gross misposition for an Enchanter support pick here in lane. You now get to a peek at Monkey, paying another visit towards the bot side. It's important to remember that Leave, to help secure that first blood, also does flash with About. Monkey is playing like he has maximum dosage. Is this just the curse of the choppers for this early game? Monkey has to flash away, but Perukia again flashes to secure another kill for this EDG bottom lane. About, even with Lethal Temple, should find a trade. It's the zap slow onto Yao Yao. Leave throwing down some pretty heavy rockets. Crash down from Perukia. Barrier shield from the E. No, Perukia is 3-0. I'm just a little bit dumbfounded. Oh, no.
Not again.
Oh, sweet About. Good
Not
spell
again.
shield. It doesn't matter. It's still the rock on top of you. Xiao gets ultimate value.
This is the problem. Wow.
All right, let's see about this dive. Right, Monkey, level 5, by the way. All right, good grass stack. He almost dies to the turret still.
To them repeatedly.
Oh, okay, Cube.
Apparently that didn't matter, although Angel...
That's
okay.
Oh, okay. I think, you know what? I think I can figure out this one. I'm going to put my detective cap on. Sherlock Holmes.
There's next week, which I'm very excited for. Woo. Obviously, for right now, between these two teams, I've also been loving Monkey. Monkey has been awesome.
This is the big win con we talked about.
Yeah.
Are they really just going to give these grubs? Okay, Xiao Hao, you have to know that. All right. I think it's going to be 3 grubs. No, it's going to be 2. That's still a win. No, it's just going to be 2. Monkey is close by to maybe try and shut this gank down. Cube is seriously throwing hands into ZDZ, but there's the unstoppable force, and there is the might of the big boulder. Monkey says, all right, Cube, your sacrifice was not in vain. I did, in fact, pick up all 3 grubs.
Not convinced of that either. I think it's very odd that they decided to go for as many fights pre-level 6 as they did, considering how much level 6 was really going to give them. Now, Angel, using that weave as well.
Oh, no.
Little
Angel,
gap in
you
the
left
end.
it a little short, buddy. All right, Seismic Stuff still lands, and then ZDZ uses the Gnarl to throw Cube even further away from his turret. The minion wave nearly blocks enough for Cube, but I like this play from EDG. They know that this Yorick has 3 grubs, so what are they going to do? Perma-gank him.
What are you actually looking towards in terms of engage you're scared of from the WE side? In this situation, I think it's literally just Karis' ulti. Everything else is just somebody running at you, and that doesn't really scare a lot of these players.
It's going to be just Yao Yao are waiting on with that Lulu. Karis looking for a play here.
Okay.
Really good stream and shuffle and Angel. Unfortunate update for you, Karis. There's a big boulder that can just fly over a wall and hit you hard. Tries to flash away from Cao Hao. The rocket won't land, but the rolling rock will from Cao Hao. The kill picked up for Karis. Was a nice look on the Azir, but just unfortunate timing.
Yeah, I mean, in that situation, you really just need a little bit of extra vision to know what was happening, and this does very much feel...
Push. Oh! There we go.
Not quite gonna do it right there, just gonna be able to get away. Yeah, pretty damn close.
And it's shocking to see that it's actually ZDZ that's ended up with the biggest lead here, but Angel's once again being prosecuted in his bottom lane stay. Goes under the turret, but this is where Mundo likes to thrive with the maximum dosage. And WE finally get back on the board. They get a kill over to Karis, but it's a TP coming from behind them. Cao Hao is once again here in the bottom jungle. It's a flash from ZDZ to make sure Monkey won't even survive. And Karis, we are far, far up the wrong creek. So even when WE find a nice pick on the Angel, they have to pay twofold back to the bank of Edward Gaming.
Kills. EDG, they haven't been particularly proactive across the map, but they've been incredibly good at being reactive so far.
I didn't realize Perukia was behind all of this. Cao Hao ults, Angel flicks him back, and EDG have found their form we were expecting right off the bat. It just took them one game, it felt.
Through Monkey, the more that Karis will be able to hit, the more About will be able to just shred through waves and make it quite tricky to actually push through. You do just have to keep the pace of the game high, but so far, not something EDG's been struggling with.
All right, drive on in is Cao Hao. The turret does not go down, though. It's not the most beneficial Rift Herald, because they didn't really get first track in towards that dragon, and as you pointed out,
a little bit of a fast track on towards this objective. As you can see, Cao Hao and the remaining members of EDG don't seem to want to allow this one to go quietly.
Oh boy, Karis and Yao Hao on the wrong side of that Weaver's wall, but Monkey's just trying to run down Angel. Talia mispositioned. The bouncing blades from About get that kill. Cao Hao has to flash out. Karis is flying at Lee, but falls a bit short. Still gets a huge stream and shuffle after the unstoppable force. Cao Hao can't get into this fight, and they've sectioned off Perukia. ZDZ is in mini form. He can't get that big Gnar ultimate. He's finally taking into Mega Gnar. Goes in for the Gnar ult. Gets Monkey of all people. The dragon down to 1 HP, but it's picked up for WE. EDG are scattered, and the lethal tempo Azir with Cube flashing forward. Somehow, some way, WE are making a fight that felt impossible work out in their favor. And while it's still a 3,000 gold lead, what this has effectively allowed WE to do is, for the time being, look how even the items are. At least, all right, Turco's down, flash out of About, gets away from the unstoppable force though, steps into the choppers, but he doesn't really care. Perukia just re-engaged with a Magnetstorm crash down, but he's done, and Karis again gets a huge Emperor's Defy. They found 2 clutch kills. Angel has to flash away to buy some space, and the trades start to come back through. ZDZ with the Mega Gnar gets 1 ultimate, it's on to About. Yao Yao doesn't have enough shields to protect his marksman, and Angel's able to rescue that fight, but again, that was a 4v5 for WE.
Not seeing it up anytime soon.
So they're looking for a pick. They've been punishing Cube all game long. It's a 1 versus 2 again. ZDZ, though, does not have Megan. Oh my god, the Maiden is throwing hands with the ghouls. TP comes through. Karis is here. Solo lane v solo lane. ZDZ is going to go Mega. Angel's trying to play at range, but gets slowed up by a clutch Cube E. And look at WE. Do they have the first track to get down here? ZDZ is far too low. He's going to drop. Mega Gnar doesn't matter. Monkey gets jumped on, but there's the wild growth. There's maximum dosage. Monkey is just simply ignoring all of the carries damage coming from Edward Gaming. And now they may not have the CC Blockster, but they can just walk down EDG, corral them out of any chance of turning the fight.
Everybody just going to be able to slip away. It's just going to turn into a push right here onto the mid lane turret. And with those crystals there, with the grubs grabbed and a Yorick on your team, another tower going to fall. WE and grab themselves this dragon. All of a sudden, group perseverance has been flipped on its head.
As this game moves forward.
Absolutely it is. It looks like WE. They're going to push on the pace right here, and it's worked out for them the last couple of times. Angel does use the wall, but...
Monkey is completely trapped. Cao Hao engages right on top of him. Mundo doesn't get wild growth. Mundo doesn't get a healing. Baron is down to 3k. Cao Hao wants to secure the Baron, but Karis throws himself into the background. Leave goes down first. Cao Hao is just hitting the Baron, and his team is going to pay the price for it. Unless ZDZ flashes out, I don't think About can hunt any of these kills down with ease. Azir can bring up a Shuriman turret. At least ZDZ is able to get one tier 2 in the bot side, so that's some gold into this Baron power play, but I think it's going to be really hard for EDG to find much more of that. The hunt pop from about. They're looking to chase down EDZ. ZDZ doesn't have flash to get over the wall. He's going to have to hop. Ooh, that boomerang, making it close. Pick play isn't going to come across, and that does give up inside track position towards not only this mid-tier 2 for WE, but on the top side, Angel gets the top lane tier 2 down.
Actually going to make something happen. You are putting a lot of pressure right now on Chorus, finding a massive Shurima shuffle.
WE feeling brash, just standing up in this mid wave. Monkey is on the backside of the fight, half healthing Perukia. Good poke on a ZDZ as well. Somehow the comp with very little range and very little CC is poking these health bars down as the Mountain Drake is spawned. Monkey's running in. There's the on the hunt popped. He's got the maximum dose. He's got the wild growth. Monkey, can he survive all of this burst? No, but Karis flies in again to assassinate Leave and sends DDZ right into a bout. Cube and Karis making the difference. WE don't need the CC. They don't need the agency. They create their chaos, and they may just knock down this series right here, right now. Only Perukia to survive. They've got the grubs. WE looking to make the 6K gold comeback to sweep Edward Gaming out.
Can the single rel keep this game going for EDG? The death timers at this point are long enough that this game should be done and dusted. WE, they fight back from a horrible early game, and they put themselves in a position to 2-0 EDG, a team nobody had high expectations for. We thought it was just going to be the Monkey Show, but no. Chorus steps up, steps up, and WE, they 2-0 EDG.
It's a new year, and it's a new WE through one series.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.